Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party of dummies adventure across the lands. Tolly Grug, half orc, half fighter, the Mystery, played by Taylor. The Eclarian Shadow, half elf ranger from the Eclarian Mountains, played by Seth. And a Learlock Bloodhair, a Harengon cleric, played by Joey. Last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. Hello and welcome back to the show. On the last few episodes, the party received a tip from Bushi at the Confluence Guildhall, who told us about another tower that exists in the Clarion Mountains north of the Velkavoden River. So the party began a hex crawl. On the first day, we encountered a group of giant spiders that we were able to defeat. We bed down for the night and took a long rest. And then on the next part of our journey, we see a cliffside covered in goat statues. We investigate further and find a cave inside of the edge of the cliffs where we find more goat statues and statues of people. Shadow uses the rust bag of tricks to spawn a giant goat, which he uses to scout deeper into the cave and sees a giant set of reptilian eyes. The goat is petrified and Shadow is slung back into his body. Shortly after, we hear the ground moving and some large creatures running towards us, and that is where we pick up here as we begin an initiative.
You're not sure what this creature is, and as it comes running around the corner towards you, its eyes catch your attention, and you have this repeat moment of the goat situation that you were just dealing with, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
12. One better
You have
than
advantage.
The goat.
You have inspiration.
Inspiration you can use after you learn the result, and a 12 is actually a pass.
Whew.
One
Holy
better
fuck.
than the goat.
Holy shit.
So you pass, and you did not like the way that felt, but it's actually up in your grill enough that it is going to get an AOO if you try to run off.
How many eyes does it have?
Just 2.
And it's in my grill.
It is in your grizzle.
In your grizzle.
God.
Okay, so Shadow is going to Misty Step. I don't think that takes.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't.
Whipping out a bony.
Wait.
Oh my god.
You've got to stop.
It's gotten out of control. It's gotten out of
It's
control.
gone too far. Is that too far?
We found the line.
Okay.
Whipping out a bony.
Let's
Popping
ixnay
a shorty
all
was
the
bad enough.
Oopids Day that just occurred.
Now we're whipping out a bony and popping a shorty and looking in the dizzy.
Oh my god, I gotta turn my fan on. I'm getting hot.
Shadow, for one of the only times in this campaign, is horrified.
Yeah.
And he starts crackling with electricity as he casts Zephyr Strike. And
Okay.
he will then use his movement to run 60 feet. No. For now, only 30 feet away.
Okay.
While not provoking attack of opportunity. He will then, due to Zephyr Strike, have advantage on one weapon attack roll that will deal an additional 1d8 force damage on a hit. And he is going to call his shot and shoot at the eye.
Okay. It's gonna be pretty high DC, but you got a chance. You've got a really high bonus.
Oh, that thing fell off. 24.
24 is gonna hit.
He's going to loose an arrow. Now, is this thing a beast or
It is not. It is a monstrosity.
dragon? Okay. So he is going to loose an arrow that will get 2d8 plus 5.
Yeah, probably should have had you make an Arcana check instead of a Nature check, actually.
Saucy. So that'll be 12 damage, and it'll pierce the eye.
Okay.
And Shadow is going to let his second arrow loose at the other eye.
Okay.
Without advantage. Nope. Gonna use my inspiration.
Oh.
I mean, you can roll it first.
Oh, okay. That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20. Holy fuck.
What is going on with your dice? Why is it lying to you? Or to us? Or to someone? Are you sure that the eagle is not a 1?
I'm positive.
Oh.
There's a 1 on the dice. Hold on. Let me look for the 1. Let me look for the
Next to
1.
the 19 is a
Mine's
1.
a 12, 15, 4.
I can't see the 1 on this dice.
Oh, that's a 1.
I have 7, 13, 19 around the 1 on my physical dice.
So is the symbol a 1? Is that what it is? I think they might have bamboozled you. Yeah, 1397 is around the 1 on another one of my D20s.
Well, maybe that's the issue then. Maybe it's I haven't rolled on that one. And
Yeah, they have a sad
noticed. All right, cool. So I rolled on that 1.
Yeah, it's a nat 1.
Okay, so I horribly miss the eye.
Yeah, you missed the whole creature.
Miss the whole creature. And then I'm so sorry that took so long. I feel terrible.
Oh, no.
So then I will use the remaining 30 feet of movement for my Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And as I go running past Talik, I go, I shot it in the eye! Don't look at it!
Okay.
Okay, so you hear back in the cave a little way.
It will take bleed damage.
Yes, yeah, we'll do that on his
1d6.
turn. Talik, it is your turn. Yeah, you look back and you just see these creepy glowing eyes at a distance. Or one glowing eye. You see another one coming up behind him.
There's 2 of them. Was there anything good back there that we want? Or are we just getting the fuck out of here?
Run!
Okay, I'll just keep running. I'll go 30 feet this time. And hold. Can I move and then hold my action?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm kind of... I don't know if I'm going the right way. Is that the right way?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. I'll just do that and then turn back around and watch over everybody, and I'll hold my action.
Well, you gotta declare what you're gonna do and what the trigger is.
I will hold a poison spray cantrip if they get up to me.
Okay.
If they get within range, which is 10 feet. Within 10 feet of me if the baddies do.
Oh, I
Okay.
should have reacted to that guy. Jeez.
Oh yeah, moving in, you could have slashed him.
I'll end my turn.
Alright, Alirlock, what are you doing? They're around the corner from you. You don't even see them. You just hear the thundering sound of these large creatures.
I'm going to continue to make my way, I believe. Just making sure I'm not going to cast any spells. I don't think I am. No, I'm just going to continue. Except I'm going to go all 60 feet that I can take.
Okay. And another one comes chasing up, and it doesn't make it all the way. Well, it does make it all the way to Shadow. Yeah, it makes it all the way to within 5 feet of Shadow. But he's still about 20 feet from you, Talik.
Okay.
Shadow will react this time.
Oh, yeah, as he moves into your space. Okay.
And it'll just uppercut with the glaive. Be a 20 to hit.
20 hits. Faux show.
7 damage.
He is damaged, so you get Colossus Slayer. Because of the eye shot.
6.
There you
Another
go.
6.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, 13 damage to a reaction.
Okay, and then he is going to try to bite you. He misses badly.
Oh, thank God.
Did he try to bite you when you ran away earlier? I don't know if I actually ever rolled that.
Zephyr Strike.
Zephyr Strike, that's what it was. Okay, it's your turn, Shadow, and he's right next to you. However, as you turn around to slash at him, you're going to have to make the con save again.
That was a nat 20.
There you go. Okay, you're good.
Is this the blind one?
He's half blind.
Shadow still has Zephyr Strike up. He's gonna be like, see, Talik! Don't look at him! Run! And Shadow's going to run 20 feet away and call his shot again and shoot at the other eye.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't take his bleed damage. 25.
25 bleed damage?
No, 25 to hit the eye.
Oh. That hits. How much bleed damage does he take?
2.
Yeah, that hits the other eye, by the way. 25. Dang. Big rolls when you need them.
All right, so he's got an arrow sticking out of each eye. And the damage for this second one is going to be going to have Colossus Slayer because it's my actual turn.
Okay, yeah, you got that back.
Oh, let's fucking go. It'll be 19 damage.
Oof. Gnarly sauce.
He's going to take his second shot just straight at the beast. Just center mass. No calling a shot. And that'll be a 22 to hit.
Hold on, let me check something here. You have advantage on your attack because he's blind.
Well, I just rolled a 22 to hit.
You don't want to see if you get crit?
Oh, yeah. Nat 20, 29 to hit.
There you go.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
won't have the Colossus Slayer this time, but I'll take it.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Good job, DM. 14 damage.
Okay, this guy is not happy, but he is still alive.
Shadow's gonna look over at Talik and be like, Talik, I don't know what that is, but I have shot it a bunch, and now I'm going to run. Let's go.
Go! I'll pat him on the back as he runs by.
And then Shadow runs his another 40 feet and runs up to a Learlock, and he's like,
Oh my gosh. Talik, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Why don't you all make me a perception check?
Tell me what it is. It's cockeyed and it's not telling me the result. 8.
24.
13.
Shadow, you don't hear you hear this one thrashing around by Talik, but you also hear a sound that sounds like it's coming from the entrance of the cave.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. I can't really do anything about
The
that
way we came in?
moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talik, it is your turn, and you look at this thing, and its once glowing bright eyes both have arrows sticking in it. It's just raging around, slamming into the walls and stuff.
Okay. I'm going to throw a firebolt at it.
Okay.
10 to hit.
That's a miss. Just bounces off one of its spikes on its back.
I'll use a quicken spell to use a bonus action to try it again. Throw another
Okay.
one.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That's a hit.
3 fire damage to it.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible.
So it just puffs onto his skin, really doesn't leave much of a singe at all.
Alright, and then I'll turn and run 30 feet towards the entrance, towards the other 2 guys, around
Okay.
the corner. And I'll end my turn.
Alright, Learlock, it is your turn.
Can Shadow talk?
Sure, yeah.
Learlock, stealth.
Do we still have Pass Without a Trace, by the way?
Stealth?
Yeah, that leaves when initiative starts,
No,
right?
that is gone.
Gotcha.
I mean, I haven't taken a hit, so I probably still have concentration.
Is there
Technically,
nothing that says that
it doesn't. I don't think it says I leave.
Fail shadows as you for the duration. Each creature you choose within 50 has plus 10 and can't be tracked. Creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no trace. No, y'all still have it. Yeah, I mean, if you concentrate on anything else, you'll lose it. But as long as you're concentrating on it, you've got it.
All right.
Or obviously you have to make checks if you get hit and stuff.
Did the Learlock ascertain anything from the mouth of the cave?
You didn't hear the whatever Shadow heard.
Okay. All right. Let's go. And I will actually move forward.
If you're going to be
But
stealthy,
at a-
you'll move half speed.
Yeah,
So you'll move 15 feet with your movement.
that is rough. Sure, I'll move 15 feet with my movement. 15, and then I'm going to rabbit hop another
15
30
to be
feet.
30.
Is that
I'll let
going
you
to-
rabbit hop quietly. There's no reason you can't do that.
Yeah.
As you land from your rabbit hop, you look up to your left and see whatever it is the Shadow must have heard crawling over out of a little opening that y'all had missed when you entered the cave that must have wrapped back around, because this creature with all of its limbs, I imagine like 6 of them are already crawling down the side of this wall and 2 of them are still up at the top, but it looks up as you hop into view above it, and you need to immediately make me a Constitution save.
Constitution is going to be 17.
That's a success.
No, that's not a... Hold on. Yeah, 17, sorry.
That's a success. Your heart freezes for a moment, but you steel yourself and regain control of your body. You felt like you wouldn't even be able to move from the fear. Or maybe something else.
I'm just going to, like, violently whisper behind me, "There's another fucking thing up there!"
What the?
There's another one!
He sees you. Y'all make eye contact because
We're gonna have to fight him.
It's dim light in here, and y'all are 20 feet away. You hop into the middle of his view, right around the corner.
Okay. So I've used my movement and my bonus action. I'm going to cast... And you say I can see this thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cast Polymorph on this creature and turn it into a slug.
Oh my god. Okay, he makes a save, I assume?
Wisdom 16.
Wisdom? Okay, he doesn't have trash wisdom, but it is a minus.
Holy shit.
Wow. He rolled a 15 on the die, but it's a minus. So he fails.
Hell yes!
So this thing, he's crawling over this thing. He's got these crazy eyes, and I imagine his whole body shrinks, and the eyes stay like really big for a while before they slowly shrink down to little antenna eyes as he slugs down the side of this wall.
Wow.
Awesome. I'm going to whisper or yell back and say, "Alright, come on, let's go! Let's go!"
Oh my goodness, I don't have a slug.
That's ugly.
That's amazing. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do a crab. How's that?
That's more approachable.
How long does that last?
It'll last an hour.
The basilisk that was behind you guys, you hear it like flouncing around and slowly like headed kind of towards y'all, but Tall, you see it just barely around in the corner behind you guys. It's, it has no direction. It's just banging off of walls.
It'll take some damage, some bleed damage on its turn.
Okay.
To the tune of 1.
Wow. To think that some was actually an exaggeration.
Wow. Wow.
How wooed.
Wow. Okay, so Shadow
Got ourselves a poly slug over here.
is going to turn around at this thing and shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. That reminds me of this book that my daughter has that's literally about a slug trying to find romance. And he can't find any, and eventually he meets this really like stuck up snail lady. But they're perfect for each other. It's a weird ass book, man. What did you do to this guy? You shot him?
I'm going to shoot him, but I was letting you tell your story first.
That was what we call a I don't know what it's called in the biz. I'm not in the biz of show business, but biding time while you made your roll.
Oh, well, I'm rolling with advantage because he's blind, right?
Vamping.
Vamping, that's what it is.
So it'll be a 23 to hit.
Alright, you got your Colossi Slayer.
Got my Colossi Slayer, which this thing is a Colossi. That'll be 11
Slayer of
damage.
the Colossi.
11 damage. He's still up, but he's looking.
Jesus.
He's hurt.
Strong as fuck.
He's a beefcake patty hoe. Put it in neutral.
He's still alive, Talik! He's still alive! And Shadow will shoot another arrow. And that'll be a 19 to hit.
All right.
8 damage.
Okay.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
Shadow is gonna look over at Talik and be like, let's fucking kill him.
Okay. It is the polyamorous slug's turn.
Oh my god.
I believe the slugs only have, like, I'm going to say they probably have, like, 5 feet of movement. So he's going to use all his movement to move down to the bottom of this wall.
He's such a good boy.
Talik, it's your turn.
I am just going to let out a war cry and run full speed at this thing. And when I get there, I take a two-handed swing with the longsword of Paladlight, try and finish it off.
Okay.
26 to hit.
That's definitely a hit.
8 regular damage and 6 necrotic damage on the first swing.
Oh, man. It is barely up.
I'll swing at it again. 20 to hit.
All right.
30-20. I do 10 regular damage, and then the necrosis of 5 just starts to...
Yeah, so you stick down in his head, and it just...
Fuck it.
Like a Gaussian field coming out of his head into the longsword. A little black aura of magnetism.
And from about 25 feet behind me, Shadow just hears me quietly go, oh, under my breath.
Oh my god. We got a polyamorous slug. We got moaning orcs. This is
like that. I kind of quiver all over, and then I'll...
This is a special game.
Quiver. You're quivering. I hate
quiver
that.
all over.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
And then I'll end my turn.
It's getting much louder and much more vile. Alirlock, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna stand over here and lean against the wall and admire my handiwork, and I'm gonna yell down the cave hallway and be like, "Hey, gents, come look at this. I got something to show you."
It would be the other Basilisk's turn, but he is dead. All right, talk me through polymorph. How does this work?
He just stays a slug unless we attack it, right?
Like, how long does polymorph last? Like,
it lasts an hour. If it takes damage, then it will. If it's reduced to 0 hit points, I believe it will revert back to its original form. That's what it says. The target assumes the hit points of its new form. When it reverts to normal form, the creature returns
would be pretty low.
The number of hit points it had before it transformed. So in this case, it would be back a full health creature.
Does it keep its intelligence stats?
Yes, it still has the intent of what it's trying to accomplish.
Okay, so it wants to slowly crawl towards you.
It does.
And its little eye stalks are just like looking at you real hard. Just really, just like.
I come walking out the corner, and I'm like, "You were fighting a fucking slug this whole time? We've been fighting this giant monster."
Yeah, you come around the corner like with your sword up, Talik, and a little slug crests this rock right here.
With crazy eyes.
Oh,
like Hypnotoad eyes.
Now, here's the trick to this creature here. If you hurt it, it'll turn into something else magically. If you want to get a little bit of spice into your life, yeah.
I'll pass. Shadow, was there anything worth looking at back there where we came from?
Okay. Hold on a second. Fucking, what is that, Alirlock? What is that?
That's our new friend for another, I don't know, 58 minutes now.
That is incredibly specific. What?
Well, that's okay. What? So I have the spell.
Could you do that to me?
Potentially. Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
We're gonna have to talk later. Talik, do you have your bag of holding on you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, boys. This is about to get crazy, but we're gonna go really, really fast. We're gonna leave Learlock's friend here. That's weird. Learlock, don't ever do that to me. There is a pile of stuff back there.
Yeah, let's go. Shinies.
And I don't know what these statue makers were doing with it, but I promise you this, we don't want to be anywhere near here when that thing wakes up. What did you do to that thing?
Just, took my own little artistry to this creature.
Oh, okay.
Learlock, grab your new friend so we know where he's at.
I am not grabbing it.
It's like
I'll grab him.
This is like the snail that like
you
are having mortality, but if the snail ever reaches you,
That's exactly the
I'll
case.
grab him. I reach out and pick him up.
and I assume you like raise him up where you can look at him, and he's
I'm
just
like staring right into his
he's
weird
looking at
eyes.
you so hard. He's just like just looking up at you.
I put him on my shoulder and then walk back into the
He
cave.
quickly slimes over onto your neck.
Yeah, I'll leave him there.
Okay,
For clarity, it is still trying to murder you.
Yeah. It's just like you feel like a weird tickle on your neck as it's trying to gnaw.
This thing's cool. I like him. Come on, Slimy.
so Shadow is calmed down now and hoping his companions didn't see the absolute terror that he felt about this whole situation. And he's gonna go up to the Basilisk and start checking it out. But while he's doing that, he's gonna talk and he's gonna say, "Okay, I have this crazy plan, but I think we need to run back up in there and check out what I saw right before the goat got turned into a work of art. Then, y'all can do y'all's fancy swirling thingy and send us back to the horses.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Okay, let's go check it out.
And then we'll put
Slimy.
the slug in like a box or something." So Shadow's
yeah,
gonna
so you
investigate
inspect
this.
this guy?
and
Yeah, make me a survival check.
Can I do the same?
Sure,
As
yeah,
we're standing
you
there.
can. Yeah.
Fuck. 11.
15. So what the fuck is this thing? And I like kick it.
You know that this, Talik, is a basilisk, and that as the players have all surmised at this point, it is turning things into stone. But with a 15, you actually know the way it eats is it turns things into stone, and then it bites them, and then it swallows the stone, and its gullet actually magically stones it and turns it back into meat. And you know you can actually harvest that gullet. And actually, with I had you roll a survival check because I was looking at that. With a DC 12 survival check, you can harvest that gullet if you want.
So does Talik tell all this to Shadow?
Yeah. This is a basilisk, boys. I've seen these things in Magzim, or at least heard about them.
Yeah, so if you want to roll that check over, you can just be cutting it out while you're telling them this.
It's got this thing in its throat, and I just stab it the neck while I'm talking, and blood splatters everywhere.
Jesus.
It's this special gullet, and I just grab this organ and rip it out with my bare hands.
Yeah, so you know you would need a DC 12 intelligence check. I'd let you add your brewing proficiency to it, because your brewing kit proficiency, and you can craft it into a salve that can cure paralysis. Not paralysis. I have paralysis.
Petrification?
But that's wrong. Petrification.
Shadow looks over to Learlock and says, "Remind me to tell you about the cockatrices," and just walks off.
Oh, the
All right.
cockatrices.
Come on, Slimy.
This slug was going for a ride while you were chopping, but he's riding you still. He really wants to nibble on your
So how long has it been, and how long does Shadow determine it takes to make it back to the horde?
Everything is to scale here, so it only takes a couple minutes. It takes less than a minute to make it back to the horde, and just a minute or two to harvest that.
Okay.
Whoa, you weren't lying. Look at all this shit.
Yeah, it's some stuff. There's my goat right there.
This one back up here. And,
he's immortalized
sure enough,
forever.
He's just like, he's got that pose that goats do where their front legs are like really spread out, and he's just got this face of like as he's looking straight down, and he's frozen like that for his whole life.
Sorry about that, Horny.
Until tomorrow morning, when the sun rises, he'll disappear.
Oh, good for him. I don't know if he will though, because he's been turned to stone.
Yeah, that's an interesting paradox.
Yeah. Is that a loophole to keep your bag of tricks creatures? You turn them to stone and then unstone them when you want them?
Oh, maybe. Oh my gosh, Sam.
Okay, yeah, so I just threw it in the dissy of what you guys find. So first off, any basic weapon you could want. There's just a pile here. As you're going through this, you see that this is some sort of like thieves' cache. So there's a ton of money.
Kind of hideout.
There's 1,300 copper, 1,200 silver, 700 gold. There's a huge painting that you think's worth probably 300 gold, and then there are 4 more of those sapphires like Seth found earlier, each worth 500 gold for the shadows found earlier.
Damn. All right, how are we splitting this up, fellas?
Shadow just starts shoving it in his bag of holding, and it's like, guys, let's just go.
Yeah, good idea, actually.
So if y'all hurry, it only takes you 10 minutes to clear this place out pretty completely.
About halfway through, Shadow disengages from that and checks around to see if there's anything else that needs to be seen, and walks up these stairs. Does Shadow see a chest that's like really big and metal?
Really big and metal. There's some really big trunks here. There's not any metal ones. There's a big wooden one with a sturdy lock on it.
Pollock, toss me the slug.
I rear back and throw a perfect spiral right at Shadow.
And Shadow in one fell swoop just
hold on,
like Jesus.
Make me a roll. Make me
God.
Athletics.
Yeah, make both of you make me an athletics or acrobatics check. Either
I have +9, so I'm not that worried.
+7, 21.
It's a slug.
It's
25 on the throw.
It's
I threw
watching
a beautiful
the
fucking
Manning brothers hang out in their backyard.
Peyton Manning style.
Without any impact, like it's the most fragile egg in the world, just kind of catches it out of the air, and in one motion just kind of slips it into the chest, shuts
Just
it,
lays it at the bottom.
and says, "Okay, guys, get us out of here. Think of the camp or the horses. Think of the horses. Let's go."
Think of the horses. There's no place like camp.
I'll grab Shadow and whip the Cape of the Monty Bonk around us, and we go in a puff of smoke and disappear.
Just leave a Learlock behind.
Well,
I
they
think
can't
you can only
take me.
take one.
But
Oh.
before I leave, can I ascertain anything about this chair?
What? All right. How am I gonna do this? Let me ask you. Do you want an honest answer?
Tell me what you want to tell me.
I'm gonna tell you the honest answer. I missed the chair when I downloaded this. I don't know what the fuck that chair is or why there's a bottle on it. I have no idea what that is.
Okay, the chair's not here. Got it.
Yeah, I altered, the
That was the leader of the thieves.
Yeah, I like that better. So there's a stone body sitting in it, a perfect carving of some dude with the Jarl pose from Skyrim, but he's got his face is like, huh! And then he's stone.
Oh, I wish I'd had that spell on me. Unfortunate.
Oh.
I hurt my throat doing that. What spell?
Oh, reverse curse.
Reverse curse. Make me a nature check, Learlock. Or no, Arcana. These things are monstrous. Arcana check.
Arcana 19.
You actually don't think that this is a curse so much as it is a malediction or ailment, and is what you would actually need is some sort of restoration spell. 19, you know that it would probably need to be greater restoration to undo this petrification.
Unfortunate. Well, see you later. Dimension door, we're right out of there.
Imagine you just like give him a pat on the knee, like, sorry, bud. Poof. Oh man, y'all are becoming such badasses. Okay,
We really are.
so that's one node in our journey.
I just want everyone to know that the total value in gold that we just received was 3,133.
Oh yeah, brother.
You're not turning those gems into gold, are you?
I was just saying
That's
that,
without the
value.
gems?
that all that is worth 3,133 gold, including the gems.
Oh, including
Oh, I
gems.
see.
Yeah, sure. That's still a huge value.
As soon as I pop back out next to Shadow and talk, I'm gonna say, that guy in that chair is gonna be real pissed when he wakes up.
Oh,
just walk on.
Holy shit. Okay.
he had several chunks missing from him as well.
Oh,
So he's going to be real pissed. His
Yeah.
head was still intact.
I never anticipated an initiative scenario where we would have taken 0 damage, and I felt
And your
that
butt would
much
be completely
concern
puckered.
that
That's
we
true. I didn't
could have
take a
had
single.
TPK.
We didn't take a. That's so true. 2
We didn't take-
basilisks versus 3 characters. That's yeah.
We didn't lose a single hit
Nope.
point, but we could have still ended in a TPK.
if anyone would have gotten turned to stone, GG.
Would have been bad.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
you would
did
have
we
had to leave
think of
them.
any way to undo it?
not
If
unless
a
you killed the
Learlock gets
Basilisk.
turned to stone, y'all are going to find another town or something to
Could
find
a
somebody to get
Learlock
up to it.
have reversed the stoning?
Do you have it prepped today, or would you have to wait for tomorrow?
Well, even if I did have it prepped, I don't have the material.
Well, no, my whole point is,
Oh.
if one person would have been turned to
Greater
stone and we
restoration.
would have slain the Basilisk, then we could have cured the petrification.
With his, assuming
With
you
his-
made the checks to make the
Yeah.
potion and everything.
But regardless, I feel like the way our party works, if one person had been turned to stone, the other two would have attempted to save that one person, most likely, and the odds are, in a toe-to-toe confrontation, without that running, shooting luck thing that we did, we would have all wound up turned stone. That was my fear, that all 3 of us were going to get
Sure.
petrified.
Yeah, because he can make everybody make saves every turn.
It was a 12. I was +9.
Y'all
I
want to
was
know
checking
something
that.
really insane?
No, it's +7. So I would have had to roll below a 4, which I could have.
I guess that's why. So is what's really crazy. I didn't change the DC at all, but I buffed a few other things to take them from a CR3 to a CR4. Can you imagine being like a level 4 party and
Absolutely not.
going up against one of these at CR3?
Could
Like
not.
that'd be insane. I can't
that's
believe
crazy.
they're CR3. That's so
We're
wild
9.
to me.
I don't know how much damage Shadow doled out, but I mean, way more than a level 4 would have ever considered.
I mean, how much HP
Yeah,
did that one have?
I get
100?
exactly. I did buff their HP. They had exactly 100 HP.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, what's the default Basilisk HP? I don't even remember. It's not nearly that much. So that's another thing is like I guess they're just an early introduction to win or die. They have 52 normally. I can't believe that they're only CR3. I cannot imagine being a low level party and going up against one of these. It's so TPKable.
Doesn't it assume 5 players or is it 4 players?
So let's see, a CR3 creature is 700 XP. So at level... No, you would only need 3 level 3 players and it'd be considered a hard encounter.
Oh, wow.
Not even
Okay.
deadly. Wild. Absolutely wild monster. But y'all survived.
Okay, I am so happy. I
The
was
adventure
concerned.
continues.
The adventure continues. Okay, do we want to move into the next text to resolve this day?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move to
I'm
the
good
next
with
text
that.
and then y'all all get to do another check.
I'm just going to keep doing survival.
Same.
That's my only high
Your
option.
beautiful
Nat
pig.
20! 23!
Oh,
Nice.
I got a 23 also.
Okay, so
But
you
not
guys
on that
both find 3 more days worth of food and water. So that's great. Y'all are really sitting pretty now.
My perception was 16.
Perception is a 16. Hold on.
And we stayed in the foothills. We just moved north.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're moving into the taint.
Yeah, that red square is the asshole.
So the 16 is what. Oh God! Sorry, right in the. Somebody get a picture of that for the Discord.
I was
right
moving
in
it to
the
my
time.
high def monitor.
Oh my! Gotta put it on the high def monitor. Okay, Joey.
Yes, sir.
So you spot up on a hill for lack of a better word, an aberration, a shimmering, ghostly figure standing up on a hillside. And as dusk is starting to set and the lights getting dimmer in the evening, it's about time to set up camp when you spot this. And you see it kind of float across one way, and then you actually see it another one float across another way, and they seem to be moving in and out of maybe a cave up on the ridge. You're not quite sure if they look like spirits of some kind, so you're really not even sure if they're real or if they're just a trick of the light. But that is what you spot with your perception on this day. Y'all have kind of entered into a longer valley area that's got a drop off to one side and a hill up on another side, but there's like a flat section. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. How far away is that? Is it more than 200 feet?
No, it's probably about 200 feet. That's a good number.
Okay. Trying to visualize what that looked like. Okay, I'll just casually just hey, there's some spirits or poltergeists up there or something.
Ugh, I don't like that.
Yeah, they're all shimmery and
And
such.
when he points it out, you can definitely see them. They're easy to see. Just kind of moving about.
Shadow has a inkling of what he could be seeing. He's trying to determine if they could be the residual impact of some of his kin who met some bad things in these mountains.
Yeah, maybe a religion check.
7.
You definitely get that vibe. You it's hard to make out any sort of face or anything, but they appear to have a humanoid shape, and they're long and thin and lithe, and you swear you see the garb of lunar elves with fine linens with crescent motifs upon them.
Guys, we can approach those things, but they're beyond our help.
What the fuck are they? I don't like the spirit stuff.
The moon elves that used to live in these mountains, they're gone. Pretty much. And this is about all that remains as far as anyone's concerned that doesn't dwell deep within the mountains.
What happened to them?
Dwarves.
Oh. Some kind of war happened here?
War, extermination, whatever word you want to use. Shadow just kind of kisses to Starlight and moves a little bit further down the path, watching them solemnly.
Yeah, there's just silent lights, and they kind of they'll move out of the wall area like they're just walking off the edge, but then they just kind of fade out into nothingness and disappear, and then one will fade back into existence and pass into the mountainside. And
Shadow gets a little closer where you can get a better view, and he just sits and watches, kind of waiting to see what the other guys are wanting to do.
I just follow behind.
Continue on the wayward path.
Okay. So you guys keep on going, and like I said, it was starting to get to be about dusk, so it's probably about time to set up camp. Okay, so it's time to reduce rations based on the weather, and like I said, it's a gorgeous day. today. So just 1 and 1.
How's everybody looking on rations? Y'all good? I got plenty.
I'll be starting the next day at 7.
Learlock, you good?
Yeah, I'm 5 and 4.
I got plenty if you need one. I'm 10 and 10. Well, I was 11, actually.
My lord. Been putting up a storm.
Just rutting around out there in the bushes.
Rotten!
I lived out in the woods for a little while after the Grugs were wiped, so that's where my survival skills come in.
Yeah, I like to imagine just every few minutes, y'all think Talek's just like drifted off aimlessly, and then he like reaches up and he's like, got a hair!
And he just starts eating it right then.
So speaking of the animals, it seems like every animal you see has some minor tweak. A lot of them are really small things that you wouldn't even necessarily notice. You're like, oh, maybe this is just a different species or something. It's just little stuff. But you've definitely seen like those shrews and other things like that. You're seeing plenty of mutated beasts. But yeah, y'all can do a long rest and get all your stuff back. Y'all went through another eve.
I would like to do a thing before we actually go to sleep, as we all kind of gather our things and kind of start to bed down for the evening in these stony foothills. I draw what appears to be some sort of rudimentary circle in the sand with some glyphs, just some very, very basic glyphs, arcane glyphs that are in the edges of the circle. I light a little bit of the incense that I pull out from my bag and set it out there, and I take the coin from around my neck and I place it dead center of the circle, and all this takes about 10 minutes, roughly 9 minutes to cast, and I'm going to cast Commune.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk me through that.
With Commune, I have the ability to ask 3 questions, I believe. 3 questions that can be answered yes or no, or because divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient per the verbiage of the spell, I could receive an unclear answer. The information is beyond the deity's knowledge.
Okay.
I just kind of sit there and kind of take in the incense and the surroundings, and I want to ask, what is I guess it has to be yes or no answer. If I use a restorative spell on my friend that has an affliction of lycanthropy, will it cure him? It doesn't actually have to be a verbal yes or no. It can be like the wind or the leaves shaking or what have you.
So the first thing I'm going to need to know is, what was the result of your coin toss today?
It was necrotic.
Okay, and so your question is, if you cast a restorative spell upon your friend, will it cure him? So is what you feel a tightening in your chest, and then a surge of power. You feel it like going through your veins all the way out to your fingertips, like you've just like shot caffeine directly into yourself. And you feel an answer of just that you could do anything. You feel incredibly potent in this moment.
Okay. The second question, I kind of focus my mind and think about the things that I've seen in the past week, and I ask, is this tower we seek the source of the corruption in the land?
Hope you don't mind me thinking about it. I just want to make sure that
not at all. This is the first time
I'm weighing all the, I'm thinking about your character and your relationship to your deity. And you get a response back. This time it is more like a whisper into your ear of words. It tells you not the tower itself.
Let's see. Oh, all right. Is there any way to lift my own curse?
You receive back, and this time it is words, and it's a little bit sad. A female's voice that speaks into your ears, and it says, I do not know.
Okay. I swiftly pick the coin up and brush away the circle in anger and go and lay down to sleep.
Shadow's looking at Talik. He goes,
I'm nodding off.
"Hey, what the fuck was that?"
What? What? No, I don't have any extra rations. I already ate all mine. What?
Holy fuck! Shadow takes first watch.
Oh, man. Okay.
I go into my tent.
Whew! Yeah, y'all go ahead and reduce your rations, and I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah,
All right. That was fun.
Man. Wow.
Man.
Good stuff out there.
Golly! Did the creepy music that I changed it to come through?
Yes.
I felt like
Yeah,
that
it was great.
fire was too upbeat.
It's
Yeah, it
phenomenal.
helped.
My Galadala.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us. Hey, can we take a quick $5 for a pee?
For beer, yeah.
And a pee. Yeah, both.
For intake and excretion of beer.
Yeah. I gotta get rid of some beer and put some beer in. Be right back.
I'm gonna waddle all the way to my beer, and y'all are gonna go with me.